Hello and welcome back to Ali Kit Review. Recently I was asked to go through my whole sniper loadout after posting a few parts of it on Instagram. So what I'm going to do today is similar to the army video on Forces News. They did the full loadout of what a sniper carries, the sniper pair and sort of the equipment they use. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today, but obviously based more towards airsoft, but obviously based on that video about a British Army sniper. So obviously the centerpiece for any sniper is the rifle. Okay, so this is the L115A3 airsoft variant of the rifle, but based obviously on the real world equivalent. In the real world it fires a 338 Lapua round. Obviously in the airsoft world it fires a 6mm BB. But as you can see from this, most sniper rifles are painted completely by the sniper or by units to enhance the camouflage. You can also use sniper wraps, and obviously the main rifle is used by the sniper number one, the sniper number one being the shooter. Most are fitted with a suppressor, but they're not always used. On top I have a 6x24x50 magnification scope. So that basically means it can go from ×6 to ×24 zoom, and it's got a 50mm out lens at the front. On the front of this also I have a sniper hider, so it's like a mesh cover that goes over the front, which basically helps to limit the amount of light coming out, reflection, but also just hide the sniper's scope even better. Along with the sniper rifle then, sniper number one will use a SA-80 A3 or L85 A3. That's their personal weapon. Obviously at the moment I don't have one here, but that is sort of what they use. And the sniper number two, they're normally a more experienced sniper, so they could also use this if need be, but they're more likely to use the spotting scope off to my left here. Okay, so this is a 20x60x60. This means it can go from 20x zoom to 60x zoom, and it's got a 60mm lens on the front. This is extremely helpful in identifying targets, identifying where the shots land, and just general observation, which is one of the main tasks of a sniper pair. The sniper number two will also use a sharpshooter rifle, and or the SA-80 personal weapon again, and both pairs would normally use their own sniper belt setup. So for a sniper belt setup, obviously you've been through my belt before, but you also have the general service pistol, aka Glock 17. Okay, so this is a last line of defence, and for short range targets. So each sniper would either have a weapon belt, as I'm wearing now, okay, or they would have their own shooter's belt set up. Another piece of equipment that snipers and spotters use are a good pair of binoculars. Okay, so with the spotting scope and binoculars, it's possible to actually get the same reticle as in the actual rifle scope into the spotting scope, and some form of reticle into the binoculars as well, which especially enables a lot better accuracy and obviously observation. These are 8x32, okay, so they can go from ×8 to ×32 binoculars, and obviously on the front of here and on the front of there I've put a bit of scrim scarf over the front. That just again, similar to what the sniper hider does, sort of blocks off not the visibility, but look, if you're looking into the lens, it's not as shiny if a bit of light hits it, so it won't be as much glint. It's a lot harder to spot, but it doesn't actually obscure the vision of the person using them. All those pieces of equipment are useful then, and going on to what's on my right over here, I will have my sniper folder. So inside this is all the pieces of equipment, admin equipment and note-taking equipment that a sniper or spotter would use. In here could be booklets to do with how to shoot properly, how to observe, and also the ballistics to weapons. In here at the moment I have my camouflage observation log. I also have a few pieces of note taking equipment, and also some things for also logging down information and being able to report it back to the higher chain of command. Also in here I've got a little light, so obviously when I'm working in the dark I can still see what I'm writing, so see what I'm doing. And there's various other little things like range cards, obviously for drawing out the landscape of the area in front of you. If you're in a static position, you're going to want to build a picture of what's in front of you, sort of estimate the ranges of what's there, and it just really helps you get onto target, help identify targets better, and also report back better to your chain of command. Alongside that then, you could also have what's called the Kestrel. It's a small device which stores all your ballistic data for the rifles, and also measures the wind and other variables that will put off a sniper's shot. It's obviously not as important in airsoft, but in the real world, it's definitely a thing that at least one of the pair will have. Also would be a laser rangefinder. Okay, so if you can't estimate a range with the rifle scope, the laser rangefinder will accurately show you that distance and help you dial in your scope to get to that range and be able to fire an accurate shot. Also then, air defense. Okay, obviously not in the airsoft world, but in the real world, these rifles are loud, like most rifles are, obviously, but with a suppressor fitted, it's still not as loud. But electronic air defense is absolutely amazing, and even in the airsoft world, it's something I'd use. Electronic ear defense doesn't just let you hear what's sort of right around you, as well as blocking the loud sound of bangs or shots, but it also amplifies what is around you to help you be able to hear what's going on, maybe even enhance your hearing to make it a lot better to hear and be more aware of your surroundings. So when a sniper is not using a sniper cap like I'm wearing now, or a bush hat, or obviously for enhanced defence, they will also carry their issued helmet, but most snipers have a bit more of a textured and enhanced camouflage pattern to the top of their helmet, just to break up that pattern and definitely help sort of build in with the natural camouflage of the area and the foliage that they're trying to hide in, as well as just keep them from being seen, because the whole point of being a sniper is to see but not be seen, and that's the whole thing of camouflage and concealment. So as you can see behind me, I have my sniper ghillie, okay, or sniper shroud. This is a piece of equipment widely used by every single sniper pair, especially in the outdoor environments, not necessarily urban, but definitely in wooded and outdoor environments. Okay, they're normally made up of a mix between hessian and little strips of material which imitate natural foliage, but then you'd also mix in with that some actual natural foliage for the area that you're actually working in. Otherwise, you know, it's not going to cover and fit into the natural surroundings as well as it should do. Okay, so and you see at the moment, mine's got a mix of long and short pieces of hessian, sprayed and dyed, just to sort of fit in generally with the areas that I work in. But there is also loops on here and there, dotted all over the area, to be able to weave in the actual natural foliage. And it's quite common of snipers that they won't just have one ghillie, they might have 2 or 3, depending on the different environments they work in, and also the times of year. So if you're going to be working in the winter months in wooded environments, you're going to have a lot darker and sort of more browner materials, because obviously the natural foliage has died off. But in the summer months, it gets lighter, it gets brighter, and you're going to use a lot lighter materials and foliage to cover your ghillie. Maybe you might have something in between, or if you're working in cold climates, you might have something slightly lighter, more to the white side, but also mixed in with natural foliage. So other pieces of equipment that could be used along with the rifles are night sights or thermal sights. They would fit onto mounts at the top or around the side of the rifle barrel, and just fit on there to be able to enhance your visibility at night, and also help pick up thermal signatures, okay, which is the sort of new method of spying in the battlefield, because it's a lot easier to pick up a thermal signature and it's a lot harder for a soldier to limit their signature, but it is still possible, and the new MTP material is actually coated in such a way that it will block the thermal signature. But if you start to wear wear down the material, it will start to show up a lot more as well. So alongside all this equipment then, a sniper and spotter pair will need to carry all the equipment they need for the duration of time that they'll be working. So that goes from water, food, clothing, just anything they need, and you have to carry that along with all this equipment and plus more, like ammunition. They need to be able to carry that. So they have specially designed bags, Bergens, with integrated sniper case and also equipment pack together, but they need to be able to survive independently as a pair or as an individual, depending on where they're operating, with all of their equipment and not need a replen. Okay, so the whole point of a sniper is obviously to be hidden. In the airsoft world, a sniper will move a lot more than the real world, most likely, because obviously in the real world they're going to be in a static position. They're going to be observing from weeks at a time, days at a time. But in the airsoft milsim world, okay, you're going to be moving around a bit more, you're going to be taking more shots. So you might have this equipment at most. Obviously you'll leave your main equipment at maybe a forward operating base, but you will carry around possibly a range bag. So a range bag has everything inside that you might need, so extra ammunition, extra magazines that you don't have already on your belt. You may also have your body armor. Okay, so if you're going to wear body armor underneath your ghillie, then it's your sort of choice, and it just depends in the real world of your operating capabilities and restrictions. So you may have to, you may not be able to, but obviously that just comes down in the orders. Back to the airsoft world, really the sniper still has the observation role, but they're more to take out long range targets, high value targets. So just to wrap up then, this has been my sniper loadout overview, and also talking about the real world versus airsoft tactics sort of thing. But if I've missed anything out, please let me know. If you have any questions or comments, just comment them down below. And also check out the Instagram at Ali Kit Review, where parts of this video will be posted up, and you can find out all my other kit, equipment and reviews, and also a bit of regimental history there for you as well. So once again, thank you for joining, and I will see you next time. Please like, subscribe, share the channel. Subscribers are starting to pick up again, and I'm really happy. Just please help spread the word. Please subscribe if you're not already, and just I hope you enjoy my videos. Please tell me what you want to see, and I will do my best to do it.